All right, welcome back to the final of these 4 puzzles from GDC. This one called Odd Repulse. This has quite a long rule set, but I think it's just because Nabna lines take a bit of work to explain. Link in the description, as always, and this is rated 1 out of 5 for difficulty, so it is a pretty good entry-level puzzle. Let's have a look. Normal 6x6 rules apply, so every row, every column, and every 2x3 region has the digits 1 to 6. Now, Nabna lines. Yellow lines in a grid are Nabna lines. If a digit appears on a line, then the digits consecutive with it do not appear on the line. Digits cannot repeat on a Nabna line. So, as an example, if we had like a 3 here, it would mean that you could not put a 2 or a 4 on the line because they are consecutive with 3. And you could also not put another 3 on the line. So that quite restricts what's going on. If you put a 1 here, it means you can't put a 2 anywhere on the line or another 1, etc. Odd lots, so these odd and even lots are the consistent rule set across all these puzzles. Digit in a yellow circle indicates the number of odd digits which appear along the attached line. If this was a 1, there'd be no more odd digits on the line. And if this was a 3, they'd all be odd, etc. And even lots is the same, but for even digits. So this is the number of even digits on this line, and this one as well. Let's go, and actually let's consider this cell here. There's only 2 cells on the line, so if this was a 1, then you're saying there's 1 even on the line, which would be this cell. And if this is a 2, you're saying there's 2 evens on the line, which means this would also be even. So in both cases, 1 or 2, this cell is even, which we'll call, should start using the proper colors for these. I think orange is odd, so what's even? I'll use blue. Just to mix things up, I was using different colors previously. Now this even digit is never 2, because if this was 1, you can't have a consecutive digit, and if this is 2, it can't be 2. So this will be a 4 or a 6, but that might be about as much as we can do. This here is the number of odd digits on the line, so it's going to be 1, 2, or 3. If it was 3, then you would have the digits 3, 1, and 5, which seems fine. If it's 2, you've got 2 odd digits, but 2 excludes 1 and 3. Once you put a 2, you can't put 1 and 3 because they're consecutive. So the only odd digit left would be a 5. So you'd put a 5 here, but the others would be even, and that would break because this was supposed to be 2 odd digits. So that's not a 2. 1 odd digit means that this is the odd digit and that these are both even. And that seems okay. So 3 makes them both odd, and 1 makes them both even. Okay, there's always a 1 on the line. Either it's there, or this is a 3, and these are 1 and 5. I don't know if that's relevant. I might just kind of do that. It's a bit confusing, but I'll just kind of remind myself. And also, if this was a 1, it affects this value. Okay, well, let's see. Maybe we need to keep looking. This one here is either 1, 2, or 3. Clearly, you can't have 3 even digits because you've already putting a 3, an odd digit in this cell. 2 even digits would mean 1 odd and 1 even remaining here. And 1 even digit would be, it's kind of like this one down here. Whatever you put here, if it's a 2, you have a 1 even and 1 odd to make it work. If it's a 1, you have 1 even and 1 odd to make it work. So we can do some coloring, 9 and 6. Now, so I still don't know what color that is. So this is already more interesting than the others in the sense that it doesn't just kind of fall out unless I'm missing something. This cell here, well, these very short ones are quite useful. It's either a 1 or a 2, but if it was a 2, you've already broken the line because you'd need 2 odd digits, and one of them is even. So this is a 1, which we're going to call orange for odd. Sorry. And then this is therefore the non-odd digit, so that's 2, 4, 6, which is blue. That one doesn't really tell me much. Actually, yes, it does. A little bit about this cell here. So this is the number of odd digits on this line. It must be 1, 2, or 3. If it was 3, then both of these would have to be odd, but that would be a 1, 5 pair, and that would clash with that. So that is not 3. And we're getting a similar dynamic to these other 1, 2s, I think, where if this was 1 odd, oh no, it's not the same. Oh, because that's an even counter, okay. So if this is 1 odd, you get 2 evens here. And if this is 2 odds, you get two odds here. So this is either 2 odds or 2 evens. Interesting. Wow, okay. Oh, that's interesting. I can't. Oh, I'm forgetting that these are Nabner lines. That would help. So 1 can't have a 2 on it. If this was 2, we'd have 3 and 5 to be 2 odd digits, and 2 and 3 are consecutive, so that's 1. Way to forget an entire rule, the main rule of the puzzle. So this kind of unravels a bunch of this stuff. There is only 1 odd on this line, so these are both even, and they're not 2 because of the 1 being consecutive. So that is a 4, 6. We can do a little bit of colouring to help us. What colour are we using? Orange. To help us scan. That's blue. We're left with 2 and 5. It's not clear to me yet. There's a 1 in here. Maybe there's 2 evens. Seems like that would be okay. What Nabnerness have I forgotten about? 1 would be 2 evens, which would have to be okay. So if you put a 1 here, this makes these both even. Oh no, so 1 gives. If you put a 2 here. Oh no, no, I'm wrong. I was going to say that you ended up with a 4, 6 pair forced here, which would break there. But that's not true. This is always 1 odd and 1 even. 3 odd digits. That's okay. 1 here would make this a 1. Don't see why that matters. So it is 2 and 5 left here in the row. That digit appears in one of those and therefore in one of those. But, and that might be worth doing some additional colouring here just to track individual digits. So we could say that whatever this is, these are the same by Sudoku. And I'll do that and it actually doesn't tell me anything. Curious. I feel like it must be to do with this box. Well, this, I'm wondering about this. Like, we know one of these is even and one is odd. It always works out that way. I'm wondering if this could be even, because it couldn't be 4 or 6, and it would have to be 2. Oh, right, and then this would have no value, because this cannot be consecutive or the same as this digit, right? So this is, I might be missing some other kind of ideas here, because I'm not really used to working with nabnas so much. We want, so that means that the odd digit, the 1 is here because this digit is now even. Again, it can't be 2 because this is a 1 or a 2, so this must be 4 or 6. This is an odd digit, which is a 3 or a 5. Can't be a 5 because that is consecutive to both 4 and 6. So it must be a 3, which is consecutive to 4, so this must be a 6. And 2 is consecutive with 3, so this must be a 1. That's saying 1 even digit on the line, which is correct. Good. Okay, so fingers crossed that means that now we're kind of in the phase where we can more or less write things in just by Sudoku, and we'll clean up some colouring later. So that all gets resolved. 2 and 3 to place in the column. This is just 2, 3, 5 still. Okay. 2, 3, and 5. No, sorry, I'm forgetting 4. So there's a 4 in there. 1, 2, 3. That's a 5 by Sudoku. So that's 2, 3, and 4. Now, is it just a matter of finishing this off by Sudoku? 2 and 4 in there. 3 and 6 in there. That's resolved by that one. That does not. This one here does give us the 2 there. That does not tell us what that value is, but we can get another 3 in the corner. I think that's at least 3 of the puzzles have had 3s in corners, which is well played by GDC. So down here we've got, still need a 1 in the bottom there. That's a 5 by that, and so this is a 4, 6, and that's a 4 because of this one. That's going to unravel a few things here. That's a 2, that's a 4. This is a 5, and we need 2 and 3, so 2, 3, 4, 3. I thought we'd make another 2, 3 in the corner for a second, but no. And there we go. 394 solves. I think that's the most of any of these puzzles. And it felt slightly harder than the others, but I think it was just kind of not being familiar with, well, overlooking the whole Nabna rule for one, and then not thinking straight about it. But yeah, a cool little set of puzzles. I think there might be some sort of 6x6 project going on in the community at the moment. So a lot of people are building these puzzles. Thanks to GDC as always, and thank you to you for checking these out. And hopefully, if you like this content, you'll be back again. Do subscribe if you like. And I'm edging towards 100. I've been hardly making any videos in the last few weeks, and yet I somehow got 10 subscribers from nowhere. So you might be the lucky one to get me over the top to 100. I'll see you next time.